now let's go and let's start working on a couple. These will be easy assistant exercises. I want to see, have you ever stirred the pot before?
No.
Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to start off with a plank, a front plank on this ball. Everything's solid and rigid. I want you to hold that for 20 seconds and then we'll progress from there. All right?
So with my hands on?
Elbows.
Elbows.
Yeah. Good. Get a little bit taller, but not there. Good. Just hold that. All right, relax. So this time I want you to be extended a little bit more, so your elbows out in front of you and your butt not so high in there, just a little bit lower. Still squeeze your glutes, still keep that locked in, but I want you to be a little bit taller and a little more lengthened, okay? 20 seconds again. You're doing good. I know you're tired. So a little bit more, butt lower. There it is. Now squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. Good. Okay, so we found a weakness there. We found a weakness, but I know you're a little bit tired, but there's still a little bit of a weakness. So that's good. So how we typically progress these is we would start with someone doing a front plank. You're way beyond that, right? So a front plank on the ground. Then from there, might be a push-up plank where they're in push-up position, planking. That brings the shoulders and elbows into it, triceps a little bit more, but not everyone can do that. Then we go to a front plank on the Swiss ball, and we start holding time with that. We'll do 20 seconds, 60 seconds, a minute. Then when someone gets to about a minute or so, depending on what they're trying to do, MMA fighters will do this for 5 minutes straight, but doing circles on it, which we're gonna do in a minute. That's actually stirring the pot. But they'll do that for time. For strength athletes, we do it for repetitions typically. So now what I want you to do is using the same cues that we did, your elbows in front of you a little more, butt a little bit lower down. I want you to do tiny little circles like this, and I'll show you. So you're gonna lock in, nice and rigid torso. Here, you're suck in your air, stiffen up, and you're gonna do tiny little circles there, just like that. Now make sure you're stiff and rigid. Remember, you're abdominal bracing, you're squeezing your glutes, you're locking in. Nice and rigid, butt lower. There you go. Slower circles. Good. 4 more. And relax. Those are tough, aren't they? Yeah, they're humbling. And now that's a six-pack muscle builder. That's like the ultimate six-pack builder, right? And there's no shearing on the spine. You don't have deflection. The extension is totally neutral. And those are just straight up working your core. Your glute works your glutes well. Your obliques, yes. And you're tired. So this is a good thing to do at the end. You can do, just say, start off doing like 25 of these. You know, break them up in 2 sets of 12 or 1 set of 12, 1 set of 13, and then slowly build them up, slowly over time. That's gonna make your deadlift and your squat explode doing these. So let's set up again. I just want you to do 5, but I want your butt lower and your elbows out in front of you a little bit more. Your glutes, I'm sorry. There you go. Push, get a little taller. Not here. Here. There. Okay, good. 1. Stay tight. You gotta be tight in here, rigid. There we go. And relax. Good. Oh man.
That's so hard.
You get a core. You get like a real rigid core in the next couple months. Dude, your lifts are gonna go through the roof. This is a hell of a builder.
It's also challenging my thoracic spine.
Yeah, because you want to round over and lean there, and it makes you work your pecs to stabilize on there. It works everything. So you've never done those before. What in the heck?
I know.
What's up with that? Do you feel silly since they're so hard?
Yeah.
Okay, so progressions are going to look like this. Front plank on the ball, small circles. You can go north, south, east, west on it, but eventually we're going to have her doing sets of 25, sets of 50, sets of 100. But I've seen people be able to increase from doing about 5 or 10 at a time to within the end of the summer doing 100 at a time. And this was a lady that was 55 years old or whatever. She could only do a couple at a time, then she ended up doing a 100. But You've got to space them out and do a little bit at a time, but like form, like core resilience, like the balance test we're doing earlier, you can become so much better in a short amount of time with these exercises, but you got to practice them daily. Not necessarily stir the pot, but the big three, the balance, that's what I have a lot of back patients do. Standing on one leg because they can't do very much, just working on that core stiffness and rooting into the floor. That rooting into the floor translate over to the deadlift and of course the squat as we showed earlier. But stir the pot is something that people miss. Some people that have neck problems, typically, they don't do well with the McGill curl up sometimes. So again, ideal isn't always doable. We would want someone to be able to do the McGill curl up, but if they have a neck that gives them a headache for 5 days, that's not very good either. So we'll typically opt out for either a front plank or stir the pot, and that really keeps them from losing anything that they would be gaining from the McGill Big Three, or the curl up, since they can't do the curl up. Next thing. Thank you so much for watching today. Please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful day.